Hello everyone. Here's a quick demo again of the WhatsApp functionality to share the outreach and encounter information. So I'll start by sharing my screen. Oh, there you go. Hopefully you can see. On the left hand side here, I have just a simulation Apple device, phone device, and as you can see, there's quite a number of outreaches here and encounters. I'm just gonna say this one is a very recent one that we actually did as part of the London Go mission, and this outreach here has three different encounters, quite in-depth ones. Let's say you want to share that via the WhatsApp group, or share with email, or share in some other sort of device. What I'll do here is to demonstrate, just because it's difficult in the simulator. Simulator has here, apart from having WhatsApp installed, doesn't have any other apps installed. So I'll simulate the sharing, how you would do that, just by basically pasting that into a kind of a Word or Pages app. But it will work very, very similarly on your phone. Should be no difference. It's just where I'm pasting it is going to be different on this demo. So as I said, with this outreach, if you want to share information, you can do that in a number of different ways. If you want to just share individual encounter descriptions, you can do that just by clicking on this little icon here. As soon as you click that, it will copy this text that is associated with this specific encounter. So just to show that, I can just paste that. You can see this text exactly is what was written in here. So I can do that, but just by scrolling up and just clicking here, text copied, and there you go. I can just copy and paste individually like that. Or if there's quite a lot of encounters here, you don't want to do one by one sharing, you can share actually all of these encounter descriptions at once. So you can do it by clicking on this little magic button, and out of the three options, I will show each one how they work. But the first one has the option to list all the encounter descriptions as they appear without any further modifications. Basically, it will take all of the encounters under that outreach and allow you to copy directly. So as I just click that, as you can see, it copied all of it into this little window. Now I do have the opportunity here. I can modify further. If I want to add some introductions here, I can do so. For example, here is what we did yesterday. I can add that in if I wanted to. As soon as I'm happy with that and ready, just click copy to clipboard, and then the entire text here in this area is copied. I can now paste all of it here. So there you go. I have my introduction that I've added and the three encounters that I just recorded separately. So we can do also is, as I said, let me demonstrate the AI functionality. So what AI functionality will do here is it will take the outreach and encounter information all together. It'll try to create a narrative about it. And there's two different options here. Either I can do that in a short summary, mainly focusing on the encounters. This is envisioned just to kind of quickly package it up and share it on WhatsApp or Telegram. Or I can do that in a long summary, something maybe that would go into a newsletter or in an email. So let's try that as well. Let's go for the first option. Let's generate that. It might take a little while for it will send the information over to the third-party AI service, which is quite important, I guess, for the just being aware. And as it states here in the introduction here, that the AI option, both of these AI options will result in your data being sent to a third party. So if you're not comfortable with that, if you're not comfortable sharing your data with a third party, then don't use these options. Likewise, and this is part of the app's terms and conditions in terms of the usage of app, I would definitely urge not to record any personally identifiable information, either about yourself or about the person that you have encountered and spoken to. That again might be or is actually outside of the bounds of the terms and conditions for WhatsApp, but also usually if you're part of an organization, they might have their own policies which would make that type of practice not in line with the policy. So again, personally identifiable information would include things like if you list out the person's full first name, last name, their address, their email, anything that could identify them directly, that would not be good. If you just want to say like an initial, first and second initial, even just their first name, as long as you don't add to that a lot of other details that could potentially identify it, I think that should be good, and that's fine. That's within the usage policy. And so, okay, so in the meantime, we have had this generated. We had this data generated for us here. Let's just copy that again. Since we copy this, click to copy to clipboard, that copies all the contents of this window. I'll just paste that here in my app. As you can see, there's quite a lot of actually encounter information that the AI has summarized. It said a little bit about what happened on the day, what the conditions were, what we did in terms of the activity. These were the encounters. There's 3. It just says a little bit about the demographics, what happened in a very short way. Just summarizes what happened, and then just asks for some prayer request for the 2 Catholic men and for the gentleman that I spoke to, the atheist lawyer, and then just final kind of sign off. So that's one option there. So let's then try. We don't have to actually exit. I'm just doing this just for the clarity purposes. If you just we can get rid of this, and let's try the final option here. This is the longer summary of the outreach and encounters. Let's see what it does for us here. And there we go. Let's do the usual. Let's just copy that to clipboard, and we'll paste that. And as you can see, this is quite a lengthy explanation. Everything from all the outreach information, what we did, what the weather was, what the conditions were. Gives a little bit of a narrative here before it goes into the encounters with full introduction, description, and so on and so forth. Again, if you want to, you can further edit this. If you just maybe, let's say, copy this into some sort of an intermediary application, like Word, like Pages, or anything else, you can just further edit this before you decide to send it out. So quite convenient either way. So there you go. That's the ability to share. We've shared encounters individually in terms of the text. We've shared all of the encounters all at one go in terms of their descriptions, and then we looked at the 2 AI options. Anyway, hope you found that useful. If you do have any questions, just let me know either in the comments of the video or send an email as usual to support@whatsapp.org. Thank you.